start introducing our guest speaker. Dr. S. Kulandaisamy, sir, is a honorary secretary and the founder secretary of Gandhi Peace Foundation, Madras, a charitable trust formed in 1995 for promoting a culture of peace among the youth through Gandhian values. His main office is in Alvarpet, Chennai. His life mission is to promote a culture of peace and harmony based on Gandhian values among the children and empower the youth to empower themselves as peace educators. He was born on 1st March 1951 in Palankovil village near Tiruthurai, Thiruvarur district, and settled in Chennai since 1973. He completed his bachelor's degree in chemical engineering in 1973, and he postgraduated MA in Gandhian thought in 1980, and finally completed his Doctor of Philosophy in Gandhian lifestyle and its relevance today in 1986. He took up the mission of promoting peace by spreading the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi from 1973 and decided not to seek a job, not just for a money, but he believed in the eternal law. His mentor was Gandhiya Mahamani, Sri T.D. Thirumalai, a freedom fighter and a soulmate with whom he worked for 21 years till he passed away. He traveled widely in almost all the countries, European and US countries like Portugal, Spain, France, Holland, Germany, USA, Japan, Korea, Sri Lanka, and Nepal, in relation to conducting and preparing pedagogy on peace education relevant to the respective organizations, and also conducted workshops on peace education based on Gandhian values. He is the author of many textbooks, majorly books for children, Gandhian Way to Peace, and the compilation of 51 lesson models for empowering children in a culture of peace that were published in The Hindu Young World edition, serialized for 52 weeks in the year 2010. The Tamil version of the same, Amaidikku Gandhiya Vali, is also now available. Many schools have prescribed these two books for their value education classes. Now I take my immense pleasure and pride to welcome Dr. S. Kulandaisamy, sir, to provide his enlightening talk on the art of empowering youth in a culture of peace based on Gandhian values to our young buddies of Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. So thank you, sir. It's over to you, sir. Have a great day.
So, Ellorukkum vanakkam. Good morning to Dr. Praveen Kumar and to the Dean and to the management. I offer my thanks for inviting me for this excellent session. So my talk would be interactive mostly, but I have kept a topic for my talk, that is the art of empowering youth in a culture of peace based on Gandhian values. So this word empowerment becomes very important in terms of youth, not with older people, because they are already empowering themselves in their own way. That is the main defect in our society. So youth have to empower themselves. They are not supposed to be empowered by the older people. That is the main cause for our problems in our day-to-day life. So in Gandhi Peace Foundation, we give much importance to empowering youth in a culture of peace. So already the youth are empowering themselves in different way of life, but throughout the world or even in the cosmic level, we need a culture of peace to be promoted. It goes beyond an individual or a home or a national barriers. It goes worldwide and even cosmic wise. So we have to promote a culture of peace that can be done only by youth who are assembled here. That's why I have come. I have accepted this invitation to talk to you and invite you to be a part of our project. So that is the introduction to the topic. So what we are doing actually now, suppose you tomorrow you want to enroll yourself as a volunteer of Gandhi Peace Foundation to this project of peace education. You will be expected to empower yourself in a culture of peace. That's the first thing. So that I will explain later. The second thing, the responsibility that you should take to empower the younger children. So this two-way project that you should accept. Let us first understand what is this empowerment. Is it outer or inner resources? So what we feel, the empowerment of inner resources are more important than the outer resources. We give much importance to our body and physical exercises, so many things, but the eternal law teaches us the strength from the inner resources is multidimensional than your outer resources. So the education must be of a new type of empowering the inner resources and as well as outer resources. The purpose is to create a new world, because the whole world is evolving every moment. Your science itself teaches everyone that all the objects in the cosmos, in the universe, in the world is made up of atoms. The atoms die every moment and take birth every moment. It means it's evolution. So everyone is evolving. Even a leaf in the tree evolves every moment and it becomes a new leaf. So that is the basis of Mahatma Gandhi's non-violence. So you can't treat anyone as a violent person or a peaceful person considering the previous status of that person. So Gandhiji was giving emphasis to this evolution every moment that he called as ahimsa, non-violence. You can't treat a person based upon the remembrance or based on the recording you have about that person at a given moment. Okay, that is a confusing thing maybe. Anyway, I'm going to ask you some, to begin with, a few questions. To make it more interactive, I will shoot about 10 to 11, 12 questions now. If anybody is interested, you can answer. Am I an individual or indivisible? You understand the question? We always think, suppose you ask me, who are you? I am Kulandaisamy. Where do you live? So I give my the residential address. Then considering that I am an individual. Then the next question you are asking, who are living with you? Then I take a new position that I am living with other 2 or 3 people who are in my family. So first, I talk with the memory of my own self. So am I individual or indivisible? Can anyone answer? Dr. Praveen Kumar told that the students in Venkateswara Engineering College are more interactive. They want to ask so many questions and they want to express their ideas. So I'm eager to listen to them.
Students, actually, we need a more kind of interactive session, interactions for this session. So if anyone want to speak, kindly unmute and you can speak. Or if you want to deliver something through chat box, I can able to read it for you. Okay, so either type or you can unmute and answer.
Oh, Uday Kumar says is an individual. But I can't hear his voice.
I think there is some problem in their headphones, sir.
Okay, okay.
Gayatri, Uday Kumar, Kavin Indi. 3 members have, even Mobashir have answered as individuals, sir.
Individual. Okay. Okay. There is no right or wrong in the answers. It is very subjective. Okay. Then I will go to the other question. Do we have separate world for economics, religion, politics, education? Suppose you are studying in a college, then you call it educational world. Then you go to a shop and you buy something and you call it economical world. Then you go to a church or a temple or mosque, then you call it a religious world. Then you are going to vote in an election, then you call it is a political world. See, is it true there are different worlds for us, or it is one life?
Different worlds, sir.
Oh, it is one word. Okay, I can read the message. Yeah. Okay, let us have these answers with us. And when we finish, again we will make a review of these questions and answers. Single word, of course. Yeah, though it is a single word physically, we divide it in our psychological world. We can't mix religion with economics. So that's an idea many people have. It may be right or wrong. Don't worry about that. Let me go to the third question. How do you define profit and loss? We generally say profit. I bought this thing, then I could save this much money. That is the profit. And I bought it senselessly. I lost this much money. Then we calculate profit and loss. How do we define it? Okay. To save time, shall we do one thing? If you have a notebook and pen, when I say this question, can you just scribble on your notebook?
Okay, sir.
Will it be okay, Dr. Praveen Kumar?
Yes, sir.
It works
Yes.
fine.
Yeah. That would save time. I'll go to the next question. How do we define profit and loss? And the next question is, you want to achieve some goal, and to achieve a goal, you have to take a means. By somehow you want to achieve the end. So which is more important, whether it is the means you take to achieve the end or the end itself? Not to bother about the means. So this is the fourth question. It's better you note down all these things and keep it. And after my talk is over, even after the session is over, these questions will be very useful to you throughout your life. Okay. Then fifth one is, how do you define God? So God is the main subject today in the whole world. It is a cause for many quarrels, many wars. And how do you define God? It is very subjective. How do you define God? Okay. The sixth one is, how duty is related to rights. You have a right to perform certain things, and you have a right to earn certain things, and you have some rights in your life. Human rights, for example. But how it is related to the basic duty you have to perform. So is there a correlation between duty and rights? So that is the sixth question. And seventh question is, why there are some people who are poor and why there are some people who are rich? There are many poor rich people boasting in the media, online world, saying that they are donating even every day 5 crores or 6 crores. They say they are very, very proud. I have earned a lot of money. I am donating a lot, they say. But they are rich. But there are a lot of people, crores and crores of people, they are not rich, they are poor, and nobody can understand why these people are rich, why these people are poor. The next question is, see, we work every day. Suppose you become an engineer, you work for every day for 8 hours. You are paid by some companies about 1 lakh rupees or 50,000 or 10,000, whatever it may be. And there are more workers. For example, a judge going to a court, and a doctor, for example, or a conservancy worker who is cleaning the roads. They are all working for same 8 hours. But the salary they get for the conservancy worker, it is roughly 10,000 rupees per month. And software engineer, maybe about 60,000 to 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs per month. And a judge, I think around maybe 60,000, 1 lakh, I don't know, but not less than 10,000. But this judge, conservancy worker, or engineer, doctor, they work for the same 8 hours. But why there is a difference between the salary they get? So this you have to explore. And the next question is, we all accept the earth belongs to all people, not only human being, the whole creations. Even a small worm, it has right to possess this world. If it is right for you and me, why a few people, selected people, take their money, go to the registration office, get 1 acre or 10 acres or 1,000 acres, get registered in their name. They possess the portion of the earth, but the earth belongs to everyone. Why there are crores and crores of people living without possessing a small bit of land? Or a few people, why do they possess the earth? Who is wrong? The next question is, when I ask all these questions, many people try to satisfy me that it is a accepted organized system based on violence. We accept it is violence, isn't it? So yeah, single man's freedom is cut off. So that is injustice. So that is leading to violence. But why a government which is supposed to work for the good of all people support it and authorize it? So if a government itself is doing this, how can a responsible citizen who is believing in democracy, that's a democracy, freedom for all, why a government itself should do this injustice? And if it is based on accepted organized violence, is it democracy? And when the election comes, if you go and vote in the election, is it right on your part? Do you support that injustice?
Sir, can you repeat that again?
So if you can say yes or no, that is your freedom. But it is a reality. Okay? Nobody can deny it. It is our reality. The Gandhiji, Vinoba Bhave, and so many social reformers were living on this earth. They also said this is injustice, but they have never blamed the system. It is there. But you know what they did? If I go to Mahatma Gandhi or Vinoba Bhave, see, Babuji, this is an injustice. Okay, what do you want to do? then I am helpless. But Gandhiji says the change must start from you. Then he is asking me, what do you want to do? What is your aim? Babuji, I want to buy a house. You yourself want to buy a house. All your life you are trying to earn money and to buy a house. Then how will you fight against this injustice? So this is a funny thing, that's a hidden secret why we are not fighting against it. Okay? So what is a solution that we will come later? Now I want to pass on to your response. Suppose you want to build a new world where nobody possesses even a bit of land. The whole earth belongs to all creatures, and there will be houses. Anyone can occupy any house. Suppose someone comes to you, tell you, sir, I don't have a house. You have lived in this house for 10 years. Why don't you leave it and find a new house then so that I can live in this? Then immediately you take all your bag and baggage, come out, okay, welcome, please live in this house. I am moving to another place. Isn't it a wonderful system? Just imagine, don't get afraid. Just imagine. What will happen? This is a very happy, peaceful world we are going to create in future. So we have to start the first step now. Gandhiji said, if you want to bring some change, be the change, of course, but start now. Don't always saying be the change, be the change, be the change. But start now. So what we can do? So I have been discussing these problems with a group of youth in another college. So that college is in a far off distance where I have to travel about more than 1 hour, but in a peak hour I had to travel 2 hours. So I went to the Marina Lighthouse bus stop around 1 o'clock in the midday. So I was waiting for a bus that goes to Kelambak. So nearly 1 hour I was standing there with the 2 bags in my hands, and the bus stop was open to the sunshine. All the seats were very hot, so I could not sit there. I was standing there all the time, and with me there were another 10 or 12 passengers, but importantly 2 old ladies were standing there. Actually they were not standing, they could not stand. They were very lean and very tired and seemed to be sick. They were all the time sitting on the road itself, because if they sit on the bus stop, when the bus comes, it doesn't come near the bus stop. It just stop in the main road and immediately takes off. So these 2 old ladies used to run when the bus come and go and see, and they were unable to read the name board. They were asking someone, oh, this goes to Kalambakam? And everybody is saying, no, it is a cut service. It goes here and there. It goes to bus stop. It goes to Mandavali, like that. They could not board the bus. So after 1 hour, there was a bus, and it was fully crowded, of course. But the conductor gave a double whistle just after 7 or 8 people got into the bus. These 2 ladies could not get in. So I was waiting for them to get in, and then I thought I would go in. But the conductor gave double whistle and shouted at the ladies, oh, party, wait panna, aduthaapla no bus varudhu. See, there is another bus coming, just wait. They left. But I don't know when the other bus will come. Then I was wondering, I could not board the bus, and after I had to rush to the college also. In another 5 minutes, AC bus came. I got into it comfortably. So, but I wanted to take these 2 ladies also, and I wanted to buy tickets. for them, but I thought it is insulting them. I don't believe in this freebies, charities. I believe in justice. Though I didn't do that, but all the time I was traveling in the bus for nearly, it was a traffic time, a jam time. I was traveling nearly 2 hours. All the 2 hours, all the seats were occupied by youngsters with their bags and mobiles in their hands. No one got down because they took the seat when it started from the Paris corner, and they had to go to Kalambok. And along with me, there were another 10 to 12 old people were hanging in the bus. But to my surprise, not even one young person, maybe the girl or a boy, was aged about 18 to 25, like that. They didn't get up and out of the seats. Then I was wondering what we can expect from this youth. Then I lost hope. Are these youth are going to bring any change in this world? Then I got furious. I was full of irritation. Then I got down. I went to the college, and I don't know whether these youth were in the college, but I could meet 500, 600 youth there. Then I started posing this issue. Then I asked them, what is the world they want to create? What are the whether they want to build a new world based on the values now the elders trying to promote through religion or economics or by politics or by education. Whether they want to accept the elders and based on their values, whether they want to build a new world or they want to build an entirely new world based on certain value system they want to promote within themselves. To my surprise, there are a lot of youth, they were giving very nice answers, which I have enlisted, a very important, of 10 of them or 12 of them I have enlisted. Then I didn't lose hope with the youth. I'm going to tell you, please, if you have the notebook and pen, please note down this. The first one is concern for others. It is not any theory, but now promoted by politicians or religious people. No heaven and hell business. Simply they said concern for others. The other person. Of course, there's youth in the bus. They were, don't think that they didn't have the concern. Then later I found they are misled by the present culture. If you all sitting here in this Venkateswara Engineering College, though you don't get up and give a seat for the elder, don't worry about it. This is a very passing phase, I think. But if you try to promote these 10 values or 12 values in your life by promoting it in your personality, then I think you are going to build an entirely new world for the children, for the future youth. The first one is concern for others. The second one is understand without judging. Now people are ready to judge immediately anyone by their appearance, by their words, by their actions, and blame them and complain about them. So many things they are ready to do, but they don't want to judge themselves. The basic quality that you have to develop is, please try to understand the other person. We want mercy, not judgment nowadays. See? We want to understand the other person. Don't try to judge. The third thing is equal respect for everyone. Just observe your day-to-day behavior. You show respect to professor in a different way. You show respect to a religious leader in a different way. You show respect to a national leader like a prime minister or chief minister in a different way. And you show disrespect to all the menial workers, the workers who are on the street, cleaning, or drivers. Oh, auto, hey, inge vapa. So many humiliations every day we are doing. No. This only one life you have only one culture. Respect, equal respect for everyone. If you say good morning, if you have a way of saying good morning, do it to the principal, do it to your professor, do it to a ordinary person going in the road or to a beggar even. The fourth one is act micro to impact macro. You see, they are talking lot of macro issues. For example, pollution, global warming. So many things they are talking, but nothing happens. Mahatma Gandhi said, do something, little things. No, there was an interesting incident in Mahatma's ashram once. He was sitting and in the Varda Sevagram ashram, along with his ashramites. The main work was cooking. Somebody was picking the small stones from the wheat, and somebody was grinding, and somebody was making chapati, sabji, like that. By that time, Jawaharlal Nehru and Sardar Patel took a flight to Nagpur, got down and took a car to Sevagram, and from Sevagram, you can't reach Gandhiji ashram without walking. It was one small path, and they had to fold their pants and everything. They walked in the fields and reached the ashram, and they were hungry also. And seeing them, Babuji welcomed them. Oh, Sardar and Jawahar, please come. And Jawahar always he acts very speedily. He said, Babuji, we have to discuss a lot about our freedom struggle. We are here to plan certain things. Will you leave that work and sit with us? You know what Babuji said? Jawahar and Patelji, are you not hungry? Yeah, we are hungry, but we have to plan this. No, if you are hungry, if you want food, you have to work for it. Come and pick these small stones from wheat. And they both were working, they started working with Babuji for 30 minutes. Then they sat for a meeting. Then only Gandhiji offered them the food. So Gandhiji is very, very strong in this small principle. If you don't work physically for your food, you have no right to eat. What work you are doing in this engineering college? Can anyone tell me? Do you move a small bit? Of course, your parents have paid fees. It doesn't mean that you don't have to work. You are living with the people who are working in the canteen, in the kitchen or garden. They are maintaining the whole affair for you. Do you help them? Small bit, small, or a 10 minutes work, just you share with the gardener. Or you plant a small sapling and water it every day. So this is Babuji will like it very much. So you do some micro actions to impact macro change. And do it now. Don't say, so okay, sir, this first year, next year I will do it. No. If you don't do it today, never you will do it. Start doing it immediately. But now don't leave the hall. Okay? Don't leave your mobile. Please listen to me. The fifth one is be honest to oneself. Be honest to yourself. You may do wrong things or right thing. Don't worry about it. Be honest to yourself. Tell yourself what you have been doing. The next one is don't gossip about anyone in their absence. About your professors or about your girlfriends or about your boyfriends or about anything you in the world. Don't gossip. Don't spread ill things about others. That is the main evil nowadays that is affecting the system. Then you try to accept mistakes. There are a lot of people doing mistakes, and if the government or the court is to prove their mistake, they are spending crores and crores of our money, people's money, tax, in proving them that they are guilty. So to start with, you become the change. If you have done a small mistake, immediately you confess to yourself and accept that you are guilty and try not to do it again. The next one is, for everything we are very harsh and very speedy. Be patient, respond calmly. So that is the essential thing we have to develop in our personal relationships. And another thing, we are complaining about many things that you cannot change in nature. For example, suppose I am not fair enough. I am not beautiful. I am not white. I am black. So there is a beauty in every color. I can't change it. This is a natural thing. I have got it in my personality, in my body. So try to appreciate that you see in nature. Don't complain about it. Don't blame that. And the next one, don't be jealousy. Empower yourself. In becoming jealousy, we lose all our inner resources and we get irritated and we are losing ourselves. We end up in depression and stress. Try to empower your inner resources all the time and never and you always listen to anyone who comes and talks to you without interfering. So this you start with this. Suppose your friend comes and talks to you, just listen to their talk, just listen to their eyes. Not only the student, if your lecturer is taking class, just observe. If you want to interfere, just raise your hand and show your eagerness to talk. And the last but not least, the main thing is, as I have already told you, whatever you want to bring change in the outer world, practice it within yourself and become the change. So these things I have not listed. The college where I went and held and presented a lecture and asked this question. If you want to build a world of yours based on values, not on the system, you understand there is a difference between building a world of the present system. That is what the police station, judges and court and all the CBA, everything they are doing. No, we are not part of it. But if you want to build a world based on the values that you want to promote, practice these values and build a world for the future generation. And to your surprise, I'm going to tell you how it is going to impact the present system. You understand this? You empower yourself not based on the present system and become a world leader and become a world leader for yourself who is going to affect the present system and make a new world. This is a wonderful thing. Just observe it. If you have understood it, then now itself you have become a leader for peace. It is going to affect the main departments of life today. The main thing is games. You know, the game is for entertainment or if you want to be happy, you can move your organs and move here and there and be happy. That is a game. No. But nowadays, they have developed online gaming also based on money making. And generally, the games are based on win-lose. But instead, if you want to build peace in your world, you are going to evolve games of inclusive nature. Nobody will be out. Everybody will be inclusive. You understand this? It may be confusing, but I can explain only little. You just think of that. You take any game where you will be the one winner, others are being defeated. But you evolve new games where no one will be defeated, everyone will be together. You can. That are called inclusive games. If you have evolved one game, you are going to be the leader of the whole world because you are going to try to promote it in the online world, and it is going to reach a school in America where they are living a cutthroat competition, and it is going to change their basic culture. Through games, you can effect it. The second thing, leadership. You know, leadership. So one experience I'll tell you. Some 2-3 years back, we used to go to different schools, especially the schools run by government or corporation schools, where we organize these sessions where we help children to explore within themselves whether their personality will lead to a real leadership. So this is the exploration we are trying to inculcate in them. So in that session, I asked all the boys, what do you want to become? So, you know, everybody will try to become a doctor nowadays. I don't know whether the doctor profession is a noble profession. And somebody said advocates or engineers like that. One student studying in the 5th class, he got up and said, I want to become a collector, sir. Then I asked him, why you want to become a collector? He said, sir, if I become a collector, and I will have a fellow running behind me, taking my box, small suitcase. So this is the ambition he has. And what is that education we have imparted in these children? So this is all confusing. So leadership means, as Gandhiji says, no domination, only service. If you want to serve, you become a leader. And those who have served the society should become leaders. So in that case, I have been serving for 50 years. I should have been the Prime Minister of India now. No, nobody made me. Even if I contest in the election, only one vote will be there. You know who? My vote. I don't know, my wife also will vote for me. So this is the culture we have promoted in our lifestyle, that we should be sorry about it. So Gandhiji said, life is for renunciation. It is not for indulgence. See, you become an engineer, you earn a lot of money and you build a nice house, and you say all your after engineering or during engineering, you are going on saying to many girls, I love you, I love you, I love you, to so many girls, and nobody responds. And you think and you are going to be a failure. Finally, you get some dowry and get a girl for your marital life. It is indulgence. According to Gandhi, it is mere indulgence. And it will not end up in happiness or service. So if you are ready that your life is going to be 100% for service of humankind, then it is noble life. You may not be a leader, don't worry about it. Don't become a leader in this system. It is a corrupt system. If you are a leader in this corrupt system, it means you are not a good person. You are not doing service. This is what Gandhi said. Don't think that I am blaming the system. I am blaming the leaders. No. You just think for yourself. Is it a world where you have to live? It has not given happiness for you, neither to others. Then what is the life we are promoting? Okay. Then it is going to change the fashion. You know what is fashion? You copy the dress pattern of others or the movie stars. They are trying to copy it and repeat it. See, on the other day, I was sitting in a saloon for my haircut. So I was waiting for a boy to get down from the seat. That boy should have been studying in 6th or 7th class, maybe about 12 or 13 years old. He was sitting in the chair nearly for 45 minutes. And he asked the hairdressing man, do it here, small, and do it here, and take this hair, and take this hair. And he was instructing, and I got bored. Finally, he got down from the seat. So 40 to 30 years before, if we run to a salon, in 5 minutes, the haircutter will reduce all the hair. He will ask him, "Why, run away." So nowadays, see, is it a habit we have to see, copy from others and do? You can copy people like Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa, or so many people offering service to the humankind. So you are going to affect the fashion. So the dress you choose for yourself, the cloth, all the doctors now prescribe Gandhiji's advice. Wear cotton only, don't wear other things. Even cotton, khadi, you wear khadi. And you buy khadi cloths, just in online YouTube, you know how to stitch a jibba or shirt. Where do you go to a tailor and pay money, 1,000 rupees, 1,500? No, you can save that. Just take the scissor, cut it to your size, and stitch it. You rent it out, rent the tailoring machine for over 1 day. Do it. And you know this jibba I'm wearing is that I made. Suppose you see me in full this attire, there may be some defect in it. Don't bother. But I am proud that I have made it. So this present fashion should change, that whether you are able to make it, whether you are able to stitch your shirts, whether you are able to make your food, whether you are able to cook delicious food for you and others. So this, we are going to affect the fashion throughout the world, saying, no, my fashion is my stitching. Say it boldly. Spread it throughout the world. And you know, the another very important thing Gandhiji was emphasizing in machine and human. Gandhiji was vehemently opposing the interference of machine, which was going to stop the human labor. But everybody was surprising, Babuji, are you going against machine? No. The body itself is a machine. I want this first machine to work perfectly, creatively. And it has, my machine has intuition, insight, creativity. And when you bring a machine in the place of my machine, it is going to affect my insight, intuition, creativity, where then I will be treated as a part of that machine that I don't accept. This is an individual human freedom that you have to protect. So now you may ask, sir, what we have to do? You have to work. You have to work. You know, for getting this rights to talk to you in this 1 hour session, you know what I did? Every day I am doing it. So get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go to the kitchen and clean all the dishes, dishwashing, and boil the milk, prepare coffee, and then go on wake your wife. This is a nice tip, advice I'm giving before you get married. When you get married, this tip is going to help you a lot. Bread labor, Gandhiji said he gave 11 principles to get oneself qualified to offer satyagraha. You know, satyagraha means you act according to your truth. And he used that weapon, Satyagraha, for fighting against the British. That is a genius in Gandhiji. So he asked all the Indians to practice 11 principles. If you have a notebook and pen, please write fast. First is truth, non-violence, that is ahimsa. The third one is non-stealing. Don't steal anything. Suppose you come to the class late. Even now, I have seen somebody entering and in the online class. It means they have stolen all this time from 11:35, from 11:40. They have stolen this time. Don't steal others' time. Suppose the college starts at 9 o'clock. Be prompt in being there at 9 o'clock. Don't go 1 minute and don't bother them earlier, and don't go 1 minute late, and don't steal the 1 minute of the college time. You know how they are bothering to run the college, so many arrangements and so many labor they are putting in to educate you. So even if the punctuality becomes very important in terms of you going late for 1 minute, 2 minutes, you are stealing. Stealing not only the money, property, even the time. If you steal the time, you are a stealer. You ought to be punished. The punishment should come from within yourself. No one will punish. And according to Gandhiji, the punishment should be done by one's own self. Okay? So you have to work for your food. Anyway, you can't work for your food in the college. What I suggest, 2 things. In your free time, go to the kitchen or the garden, you share the work with the laborers, manual laborers. The second thing I have found in many colleges, even in schools, they are wasting food, like anything. If you go for the lunch, in the lunch time, 50% of the food are being wasted. This is a great botheration for me. Please, from today, just take whatever you need to eat, and don't take more, and don't waste anything. If you happen to waste anything and you try to fast for that night, you miss dinner. Tell the cook, tell the people, your canteen people, that you don't want food for the night because you have done a mistake in the lunch. So you have to become very, very sensitive. Okay. Then if you do it, manual work, then you become more and more sensitive. So there are a lot of things. And nowadays they are talking of the sexual abuse, sexual violence, so many things, all related to not like me, maybe 1 or 2, even aged 80 plus, they are doing some mischief, but mostly related to youth. So you have to find an answer. If you ask Mahatma Gandhi, he will say, control your tongue. In eating habits, control, and control all your organs. Gandhiji practiced brahmacharya from his 36 years. When he was 36, he started practicing brahmacharya. He lived for 79 years. So many years, he was successful in practicing brahmacharya. And you know how one tip he is giving, throughout the day, if you are toiling, if you are doing manual work, service to others, and you become tired in the night and go to sleep, then the sexual feelings do not bother you. So this advice he gives. It is up to you. If you think of doing always nice things to others, helping others, sharing the manual work someone is doing, hard manual work, then you don't have to be a part of this sexual harassment or so many things, and you can set a model for others. So by you're going to affect the world wherein it is full of crimes, violence, terrorism, by your small actions, you are going to impact and bring a new world. Okay, then the third part, I would go very fast. What else you can do to protect your freedom also? The first one is act according to your inner voice. Gandhiji was emphasizing our inner voice that is related to the truth within you. Don't follow any other person. Even if you have to follow, but you have to follow certain rules in the college, that I don't mean, but inner strength, inner resources, if you want to do this, whether you to decide whether this right or wrong, that you have to decide. You have to listen to your inner voice, and you have to sit in a very lonely place, and you ask yourself whether what you are doing is right. The second thing, if you have to listen to your inner voice and act, always purify your heart by constructive work. That I was telling, service to others. And the third thing, be creative and artistic. You see, human being is an artistic life. So express all your artistry. Don't make money out of it. That is a rubbish thing. Never calculate. Don't be a bank manager always. Be free. Enjoy your childhood nature. Even if someone comes and cheat you, get ready to get cheated. And smile at them. And there is an eternal power protecting you always. Never work for money, only for love. Celebrate your inner resources. There are a lot of things. See, sing. Always sing. If you have a voice, if you can talk, you can sing also. They're singing only for oneself. Many people think that learning some music and offering a concert and getting applause and getting money, rubbish thing. Sing for yourself. Draw for yourself. Keep lot of papers, many pens, small tipped or big tipped. Just make a strokes. Even the strokes make you happy. And there are a lot of inner resources that you have to express in papers. And dance. Dance is not for only women, and you have to dance. Don't dance with a girl. Don't go and run after girls. Okay, come. The Kulandaisamy asked me to dance. Don't. Do it yourself. And you do it every 15 minutes. In the morning, you get up and do some manual work, so helping others for 15 minutes, and 15 minutes for this creative inner exercise. And third thing, don't do physical exercises. Go to gym. Don't go to gym and everything. And you convert it into this cleaning public places, dishwash, mopping, and so many things. And of course, with the minimum physical exercises that keep your nerves very effective. I already told you, don't waste food. And so many things are there. And now this is the time you have to tell yourself, I should come forward to do some little micro action for impacting on macro growth, macro change. So with this, I would like to end up, and I like some interactions, some questions, or some answers you can say for the questions I shot in the beginning of my talk. So much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.